Life can be confusing, science makes it clearer, like looking through a telescope or looking in a mirror. You have lots of questions and we don't know what you'll find, so get into the data and into a scientific state of mind.
Hi, my name's Collin. I like to read, ride my bike, and play video games. All of these are possible because of science. Welcome to Kai-Sci, where children and science come together. Hi everyone, hi Mom.
Hi Collin, how are you doing today?
Good.
Wonderful. So what are we going to do today for the love of science?
Bake cookies on the car on the dashboard.
Bake cookies in the car on the dashboard.
Yes.
Have you ever done that before?
Uh-huh.
Neither have I. How do you think they might be different from cookies you bake in the oven?
I don't know.
Me neither. So I have an idea.
What?
Why don't we bake some cookies in the car
Uh-huh.
and bake some cookies in the oven?
And then compare the ones after they're done?
Yeah, then we can compare how they're different when they're finished.
Right.
And how they're the same.
That makes sense.
That sounds like a great idea, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's get started. Right.
For this experiment, you will need a cookie sheet, some parchment paper, your favorite cookie dough, and something to scoop it out with. You will also need a hand towel and a thermometer to measure how hot the air is. The first thing you need to do is put some parchment paper on your cookie sheet.
That helps to keep the cookies from sticking.
Exactly.
And it also makes for easier cleanup.
Right. Once you've done that, you can put the cookie dough on the cookie sheet. I can't wait. Let's speed this up a little bit. Viewers, don't try this at home. Now the cookies are ready for the car. First, put a kitchen towel on the dashboard. This helps to evenly distribute the heat across the cookie sheet. Now slide the cookies on the dashboard and you're all set.
Wait a minute, you forgot something, Collin.
What's that?
You need to place a thermometer in the car to measure the temperature of the air.
That's right. The car has to get up to 160 degrees to kill harmful bacteria. Whoa, look at that temperature rise. But how does the sun bake the cookies?
It works by convection.
What's convection?
When something hot heats the air, in this case the sun, the hot air rises, and as it moves away from the heat source, it begins to cool and sinks down to the bottom. But when it gets closer to the heat source again, it starts to heat up and rise, and that creates a convection cell which circulates hot air around the object. In this case, we'll be able to bake our cookies with it. In order for this to work, you have to park your car in a sunny location on a really hot day.
That's right. It's supposed to get up to 98 degrees today.
This takes a really long time though, so you have to be ready to check on your cookies about every half an hour for several hours.
Ooh, I can't wait.
When the cookies are done, they should be dry and firm to the touch.
And it should peel right off the parchment paper. Looks like they're done. Hi everyone, we're back.
Hi everybody. So what did we do while we were gone?
Well, we baked the cookies in the car and in the oven.
We baked 2 batches of cookies, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are the cookies that we baked in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the cookies that we baked in the oven.
Alright.
So do you notice any differences?
Well, this is gold brown, that's not.
Okay. The cookies that we baked in the oven are golden brown.
Right.
And
And the ones
these
we
are
baked
not.
in the car are not. This one expanded more, so it's more round. The temperature in there didn't get high enough, so it didn't expand right.
So the temperature in the car didn't get high enough?
Yes.
Do you remember what temperature it
I
got
think it was
to?
167 degrees.
Yep, that's what temperature we got up to. And what temperature did we bake these at in the oven?
350.
Yep, 350 degrees. So you're absolutely right. The reason why these expanded more is because there's leavening inside of cookie dough. It usually comes from baking soda or baking powder, and those substances help to create little air bubbles inside of the cookie dough. And when it gets very hot around it, those little air bubbles are able to expand. So you get a nice poofy cookie when you cook it at 350 degrees.
Yeah, like that, instead of 167
Yeah.
degrees. It looks like that.
So 167 degrees wasn't quite hot enough to get those little bubbles to expand.
Right.
So, and what was your other difference that you noticed?
The shape.
The shape has to do, we just talked about the shape. I think you said they were golden brown,
Yeah, those are golden brown.
the ones that we cooked in the oven. And that's for the same reason. The oven got very hot inside, and that temperature was warm enough to create a reaction called Maillard reaction, which is what happens when food's brown at high temperatures. And so what happened was that the sugar inside of the cookies caramelized. And that's what produces that really yummy smell when you're baking cookies in the oven, and it gives it that little, that sweet crunch when you crunch into a cookie out of the oven.
Like caramel.
Yeah, and also the taste. It gives it a bit of a different taste. So what do you say? Are you ready to try these?
Yep.
Okay, so why don't you take a bite out of this cookie, the ones that we baked in the car. What do you think?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? Is it chewy? Is it crunchy?
Chewy, not crunchy.
Chewy, not crunchy, but it tastes good? Okay, it looks kind of fudgy to me.
Yeah, the chocolate looks like fudge.
How about,
Chocolate fudge
why don't you
cookie.
try one of the cookies that we baked in the oven?
Crunchy.
Nice and crunchy. Is it still chewy in the middle? Is it a little chewy or? A little bit. Are they both yummy? Whoa! Don't lose that cookie. Are they both yummy? So that's how they're the same, right? Okay, well, I poured us each a glass of milk, and I figured we can tear into these cookies. What do you think?
Great.
Great? Okay. Boy, I can't wait to eat this one.
The earth goes round the sun, but can you prove it? This desk has chewing gum. What will remove it? I don't know, but I have a guess, and I'll test my hypothesis. Life can be confusing, science makes it clearer. When you're seeking answers, science brings them nearer. You don't need a lab coat or big goggles all the time. Just get into the data and into a scientific state of mind. My bike may start to rust. Can I prevent that? Our bones need phosphorus. How do we get that? I don't know, but I have a guess, and I'll test my hypothesis. Life can be confusing, science makes it clearer, like looking through a telescope or looking in a mirror. You have lots of questions and we don't know what you'll find, so get into the data and into a scientific state of mind. I have a mobile phone. Does it cause cancer? Is this a chicken bone or something fancier? I don't know, but I have a guess, and I'll test my hypothesis. Life can be confusing, science makes it clearer. When you're seeking answers, science brings them nearer. You don't need a lab coat or big goggles all the time. Just get into the data and into a scientific state of mind. Confusing, science makes it clearer. When you're seeking answers, science brings them nearer. You don't need a lab coat or big goggles all the time. Just get into the data and into a scientific state of mind.